If yesterday was anything to go by, this could be utterly enthralling. What about Bernadette Soch against Wang Manyu? Will it be like the finals in Fukuoka last year? Will it go the distance? And Tom Jarvis, he is keeping the dream alive. He's got a huge match coming up, but he's full of belief. As is Pratika Pavard, we're going to see her in action against Wang Yidi. Then a big men's doubles quarter-final and Quadriaruna versus Ugo Calderano. How's that for a way to conclude our coverage with a blockbuster men's singles round of 16 match? Bright lights, big opportunities, time to shine.
On table 1, representing Japan, Sura Matsushima and Miwa Harimoto. Representing China, Wang Chuxin and Sun Yingxia.
We've had a touch of the theatrical to start our coverage today, but this is more than smoke and mirrors. These duos are thrillers. We've got a big contest coming your way in the mixed doubles quarter-final. Yes, indeed, it is Miwa Harimoto and Sora Matsushima of Japan against Sun Yingxia and Wang Chuxin of the People's Republic of China. Best of 5 games, best of fortune to everyone competing today at these World Table Tennis Championships. Well, well, well. This time, 24 hours ago, a Japanese partnership shocked the Chinese national team when the #1 seeds were eliminated. Will lightning strike twice? We shall find out in just a moment as these players meet for the first time. Congratulations to all of the officials on their selection for these World Championships. It's a highlight of their careers, and it's a privilege to be in their company and your company as we get the action started. It is time for the umpire to superintend the toss of the coin. Then we will discover if the Chinese team will fare better against the Japanese team today than they did yesterday morning. Questions, questions, questions.
Red or black? Red or black? Red. Red. Red for Japan, black for China. Red. Receive. Japan choose receive. Side. Who to serve?
Toss of the coin won by the Japanese pair, and they have given ball in hand to the higher ranked pair from the People's Republic of China. It is a great pleasure to have your company wherever it is that you're joining us from, and I am privileged to be joined by 2 gentlemen with great expertise in this sport. One of them sitting next to me, one down on the field of play, one of them who was with me yesterday for a very interesting contest, Fraser Riley, down there right by the table. Fraser, can you recall any dramatic Japan-China mixed doubles matches in the recent past?
Can I, Ollie? Can I? Of course. Yesterday, what a shocker. The Japanese duo of Maharu Yoshimura and Satsuki Odo defeating the top-ranked pair Lin Shidong and Kwai Man, putting serious pressure here on the last standing Chinese duo in mixed doubles, the back-to-back world champions Wang and Sun. They've really got their work cut out. This will be a tough test for them.
And here they are, the defending champions, the reigning two-time champions of the world. How they have dominated. Victorious in 2021, victorious in Durban in 2023. The partnership of Sun Yingsha and Wang Chuqin. And this is how it happened, the mixed doubles final. Oh, and by the way, there was a gentleman of name Harimoto playing in that match. Talk about keeping it in the family. That's championship point. That's when it all happened. That's when they took their second consecutive title. Can they make it 3 in a row? Can they get their hands on that trophy once more? Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingsha. Gavin Maguire is alongside me. Do we need to add any more spice to the mix here?
Absolutely not, Ollie. This is story of the day. I mean, the Team China players here will really be looking to extract some revenge for their national team after what happened in the mixed doubles yesterday, one of the matches of the day. And these two sports stars, Sun Yingsha and Wang Chuqin,
First game, Sun
are
to
going to be
serve,
all
Harimoto
ready
to
and here
receive.
for it.
Love all.
Right, we have set up the story. This has more seasoning than a baba ganoush served on the Corniche in one of the luxury restaurants on that beautiful waterside setting in Doha.
One love.
Already a big roar from the crowd. You can almost feel, Gavin, the delight of the Chinese fans in getting behind their mixed doubles pair here
flash,
after
please.
what happened yesterday.
Exactly that, and I'll be really looking forward to
One
hearing
love.
more from Fraser as he's down there on the field of play. He's close to the action. We know the following that Sun Yingsha and Wang Chuqin have, probably maybe the biggest sports stars in China.
Well, as you say, we're looking forward to hearing more from Fraser. That's assuming he can even hear us because it is fiercely loud down there on the competition floor. Just how we like it. Number 5 seeds with the ball in hand against the number 2 seeds, but most importantly, the two-time world champions consecutively as well. What an accomplishment. Look at that. Cameras at the ready. Desperate to get the perfect shot to say, I was there, I saw them. I saw these two sporting greats. And hopefully, from the perspective of the Japanese fans, to say, I was there when they were beaten by our lot. Gavin, what do you think are the real keys that we should be looking for? Where might this be won and lost?
Well, we've seen there in the very opening exchanges, we've seen a couple of long serves on both sides, which is interesting. Obviously, they're trying to get away from the backhand flick. All players at this table have very dangerous backhand flicks, so they will step across onto their forehand sides for the right-handers. The left-handers have that immediate advantage of being ready to play. And Sora Matsushima not opting for it that time, but I'm absolutely certain we're going to see plenty of it here today.
You could almost feel the tension between these national teams because of what happened yesterday. It's sort of as though the Japanese squad have come along to Sun and Wang after the win over Lin and Kwai, sort of stuck a sticker on them saying, you're next, it's your turn now. And it's their job, isn't it, to be completely unfazed by that, to be unconcerned by all of the glamour and the glitter that goes with being the most popular partnership out there and the partnership that everyone wants to see vanquished.
I mean, they are, of course, playing for the World Championship title, but they're also playing now for the reputation of Team China. And who else would you send out there than this pair? Two-time World Champions, first and world number 1, Sun Yingsha. I mean, it's not a bad option, is it?
If you're ever going to have a number 2 ranked partnership, that's the one to have. 5 apiece thus far. Inconclusive thus far. That was
6-5.
a wonderful effort from that young gentleman, 18-year-old Sora Matsushima from the exquisite city of Kyoto.
Sometimes he just looks effortless. Look at that forehand down the line, just throwing it down the line with his forehand.
5-7.
It's such a special family moment for the Matsushimas. His great uncle Toshio Tasaka won several World Championship medals starting in 1969. Quick apology
5-8.
and quick turnaround after a very good start from the number 2 seeds.
Very calm looking, relaxed, poised, this Japanese pair. Extremely impressive for such a young duo.
You're so right to
9-5.
caution us all on forgetting that, because it is easy to forget it, considering how long we've seen Miura Harimoto out there in these big matches. Well, this is a belter at the beginning from the number 5 seeds. 5 game points.
Trying for the big finish there, Matsushima. A diving forehand. Maybe getting a little excited.
Well, it was all immaterial because they got the second game point. Gavin, what do you think the reflections will be of Sun and Wang after that?
We really didn't expect to see such a convincing opening set there from the Japanese pairing. Very convincing in terms of pushing out deep to that Wang Chuqin backhand, and we're so used to seeing that fly on the table, and he just hasn't got going yet, and they've exploited it very, very well here.
11-6. Look at the size of the crowd. Look at the scale of the opportunity. Just imagine if they win the next 2. Well, doesn't matter if it's the next 2 as long as it's 2 more. If they do it in 5, they'll still be delighted. And they will know they've got time to turn this around. You don't become the 2-time reigning champions of the world and the reigning Olympic champions by some mysterious quirk of good fortune. You do it by knowing how to win these sort of matches.
Yeah, this won't be the first time that they've dropped an opening game. These guys are absolute professionals.
Second game, Harimoto to serve, Sun to receive, love all.
It is, however, the first game they've lost at these championships. Not the case for the Japanese pair.
No. Love all.
Just a warning there for Harimoto. The ball wasn't tossed vertically.
Love 1.
Would it be safe to say, Gavin, that you expect a bit of a response now from them?
Certainly, the Chinese pairing will come out of the blocks quick here. I expect to see them trying to attack at every opportunity.
How quickly they secured positional advantage with just 1 shot.
Something that Sun Ying-cha does very well. She breaks that wrist with the receive, often leaving it till the last moment, deceiving the opponent, trying to make them move in one direction and then opting for the other.
Oh, hello. They have arrived.
Good morning, Wang Chuqin.
No way in a million years that one was coming back. Oh, what a point! Oh my goodness me, they've won it!
1-3.
They had absolutely no right to win that point. What a chop from back from the table from Matsushima. Wang Chuqin had the opportunity to put it away. Here it is now. Blasting it into the net.
You could see those two almost stationary, expecting that one to be slammed beyond them. She winces there, Miwa Harimoto, knowing that there was an opportunity to play that down the line of the table.
Very emotive, Miwa Harimoto. One of the more emotive from the Japanese national team, possibly because she's so young, but it's good to see.
4-2.
If by any chance you are just joining us and you missed the start of this match, don't make that mistake again, because this has been a brilliant beginning. We may well have a fair bit to come.
There's that break of the wrist again from Sun Ying-sha. Very effective here in this second game. Pushing Sora Matsushima back from the table. Running, diving forehand from Matsushima. He almost ends up sitting with the umpire there.
Are they again
4-5.
going to eat away at an early lead of Sun and Wang?
No guessing who the crowd is up for here.
What gave it away? But you have to be strong people, don't you, to live with that. It's a privilege, obviously, to have support like that, but my goodness, there are very few in any sport anywhere in the world that will ever know what it's like to have that kind of following. And it's a pressure following. They've earned it, well and truly.
6-5.
We know it's the #1 sport in China, so they've got the hopes of the nation on their shoulders. It's not just the fans here in the arena, it's everybody watching at home.
Advantage remains for Sun Ying-sha and Wang Chuqin. That was beautifully placed in the corner.
5-8.
This is more like it, isn't it, from those two? Now suddenly, the youngsters Harimoto and Matsushima have got a lot to contemplate. Oh! And that's how you answer it.
Another backhand flick from Wang Chuqin, but this time opting to go down the line. And just gave up the advantage close to the table. Miwa Harimoto dominating.
8-7.
What an enormous point coming up right now. And that's really interesting that they've gone for the timeout there.
Yeah, they know how important it is to get this second game. They can't allow this to slip through their fingers.
Fraser is down there right by these timeout conversations. Fraser, my goodness me, what a start. What's it like down there? Can you even hear anything?
Well, I've had to turn you up in my headphones. Now there's a bit of a stirring in the crowd, so I've got you back down to normal volume. The pressure is really mounting now on Sun Ying-sha and Wang Chuqin. I think they're a little bit intimidated by the ice-cold shot maker that is Sora Matsushima. On that pivot, he is sublime with the forehand, such power. And Miwa has that quality to match inside the table. She's so stable. You saw her push there out wide was so good. This is a must-win game, I feel, for the Team China duo. I could not expect Sun and Wang to come back from 2-0 in this best of 5.
Time.
What a start to our coverage. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Tense beginning, but with glorious shot making, with wonderful artistic table tennis being played.
8-7.
Now, will Harimoto be brave and push out long again, or does she try to keep it tight? And she does push out long, and the Chinese pair are matched to it. Really impressive from the two, Sun Ying-sha and Wang Chuqin. Mentioned it many times, they're no stranger to pressure, and they stood up to it that time.
Two points away from levelling the match. Oh, that is brilliant. A little fortune, perhaps, along the way.
How many times in this championships have you seen Sun Ying-sha running to the ball like that and actually not reaching it? Great angle, great speed from Miwa Harimoto.
Players, play on.
Now an enormous serve for the teenager. Yes, brilliant point. And a real reaction to emotion starting to show as 2 game points are generated.
Great play again, but playing directly onto the racket despite getting the opportunity to attack. They played right onto that Sun Ying-sha forehand counter topspin, and she took full advantage.
Not quite
10-9.
just yet. And they take it to 10-all. That really would set the nerves jangling. Maybe not for those two because they are just so experienced, but certainly for the spectators. That was tight, was tense, and was successful from Sun Ying-sha and Wang Chuqin. It's 1 game all. Fantastic start to this match. Now what?
Again, we just see Sora Matsushima drifting back from the table. It's the Chinese pair who are up close. They're applying the pressure.
Very well done from the reigning world and Olympic champions. They've made it 1-all. Fraser, has the atmosphere changed? I suspect it has quite a bit.
It really has, Ollie. Wow, this is an incredible matchup. I just feel as though the extra years that Sun Ying-sha and Wang Chuqin have had together as a pair really paid dividends there to get through that tricky moment. They finished very well, but we did see a bit more timid play from both partnerships at times. Definitely nervous out here, these 2 partnerships. But we'll see what happens next. Even though they won that game, it's hard to say momentum-wise who it lies with. It's still hanging in the balance.
Perfectly put, hanging in the balance. And it makes for a compelling beginning to this session, as we suspected it would be.
Sun to serve.
86% of you thought they would win.
Love 4.
Let's see if the very small minority that backed the Japanese pair were right. Every
1 love.
table tennis match, every racket sport contest of any kind is full of these microscopic forks in the road, the what-if moments, the close game that could have gone another way, the serve that went long that might not have gone long on another day.
1-0.
Gavin, as a player, how do you deal with the forks in the road where you feel you chose the wrong direction?
Yeah, you're dead right there, Ollie. I call them the mini match points. You know, just those moments where the momentum has totally changed. Look at this, for example.
Oh my word, they couldn't have fought harder to keep that point going.
I have to stop talking there. That just was too good to talk over. Fighting back with everything, the Japanese pair, but Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingsha just look like they're in the ascendancy now. They've really settled into this game.
3-1.
And this is where, if you are Harimoto and Matsushima, there is a danger that half of this game disappears and has gone away from you before you've even realised it started. And that's, I think, what I was alluding to, which is how, as a player, you mentally get beyond the mini-match points that you lose.
Very difficult. They've got to find some way to change momentum. They've got to just do something, whether it's a TTO review, whether it's a timeout, whether it's walk around and talk to each other. They need to find a way to slow down this Chinese pairing.
That will help. That will certainly help. Done well here.
And interestingly enough, every time they attack first ball to Wang Chuqin, they seem to win. If they attack the first ball to Sun Yingsha, she's all over it.
Had a bit of a tricky net cord to adjust to.
And again, they attacked first ball to Wang Chuqin, and Sora Matsushima had the opportunity to finish that off. Certainly wrestling for the momentum here. You asked what they needed to do, Ollie. They're showing you right now.
Step by step, point by point, the belief is growing amongst the Chinese fans. The task is becoming harder for those two. And step by step, point by point, they fight back and they stay as close as they can.
Have you ever seen a more casual man than Sora Matsushima? He looked down to the ground after hitting that backhand winner, as if to just say, yeah, that's me.
That is a wonderful way to describe him, exactly.
7-5.
And the exact same reaction when Wang Chuqin's backhand flick flies by him. He looks down to the ground, yeah, that's okay. Next one.
Can one coach a person to be casual, or is it something that comes actually from other aspects of their life?
I think that has to be within you already. Some form of that has to be within Sora Matsushima. A relaxed character, clearly. You can always coach a player or try to teach a player to be more relaxed, to settle down in certain moments, but I don't think there's any coaching someone to be as relaxed as him.
When you consider those two are 24 and 25, and Harimoto and Matsushima are 16 and 18.
7-6.
Really is a gulf in experience between them. Doesn't look like it. Looks very marginal.
One thing's for sure, the future of mixed doubles is in good hands with these two parents.
Yes, it's not as though Sun and Wang are grizzled veterans in their mid-20s, so they've got plenty of time yet to enjoy their careers, but by comparison to those two, they seem it. Well, here we are, 7-all in game number 3. It teeters back and forth, back and forth.
This one was really nice, sorry Ollie, but this one was really nice from Sora Matsushima, changing direction. We've seen him try to fade that one out to wide cross court. This time he goes around the ball and hooks it down the line.
Anguish that was evident from the Japanese pair, and that one struck the net. That might have been one of those mini match points that you were talking about earlier, Gavin. Chance to be 9-7 to the good.
Time out.
And the timeout, unsurprisingly summoned at such a crucial juncture in this quarter-final of the mixed doubles competition at the World Table Tennis Championships Finals, Doha 2025. Right, take a breath, everyone. You might need a moment of pause as much as they do. Fraser Riley is right down there by these timeouts as they're taking place. Fraser, what can you report?
I feel as though the pressure might be getting a little bit to our sweet 16-year-old Miwa Harimoto, tensing up a little bit and becoming slightly predictable with her placement. That's the issue, and I think that both partnerships are looking to float serve with no spin at all, to hopefully get more of a loose receive to attack. That seems to be working a little bit better for the Chinese right now, but the serves with them, we'll see what happens. I feel as though Seung-Won Wang might take control.
Time.
A most interesting hypothesis. Let us see what moves we make from hypothesis to corporeal as we get towards the end of this incredible game, this incredible match, but we're not quite at the end yet. Well, I never. How significant a point this is going to be. Although, frankly, I think we could say that about every single point in this match. He went for it, moved close into the table. The net struck again.
Subtle, clever from Wang Chuqin. just opting to go short that time. Sora Matsushima had already stepped out from the table trying to attack, and it slightly slow getting back in to try and make that push. Very clever from Wang Chuqin.
So which of the partnerships gets the opening game point? We discover now. There is the answer. And did it have an air of inevitability to it? What an outstanding point! Harimoto and Matsushima are left with nothing at the end of that game, despite having run Sun and Wang so close. How will they respond now as we go into what could be the terminal game?
This rally was inhuman, and that reaction from Wang Chuqin says it all. He knows just how important this is.
It's another 11-9 game. It's another example of incredible occasion handling from the reigning Olympic champions and the reigning two-time consecutive world champions. Crazy. You've had a close-up view of the atmosphere in those coaching sessions. What's going on?
The atmosphere is electric. That really lit a fire in the hearts of this Chateau Sun Yingsha Wang Chuqin supporting crowd. It's interesting. I feel as though
Harimoto to serve.
the use of no spin has been crucial for Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingsha here. It's really stalled Miwa Harimoto and Matsushima at times. It's been the balls that Miwa's had a little bit more time on that she's actually missed. So that change of pace crucial as well.
One love.
We go into the fourth. And now it really is must-win territory for Harimoto and Matsushima in this best of 5 contest to get to the semi-final stage of the World Table Tennis Championships. What can they do now, the youngsters from Japan?
And that's the million-dollar question, really. You can see from the Chinese pairing, they're starting to play more and more short, short, short again. Not afraid. They don't feel like they need to attack early in the rally. And the Japanese pairing have to find a way to deal with that. They've got to stay closer to the table, being pushed back far too easily now.
And one suspects the problem is for those two that if they get themselves into a position where there's an early scoreboard deficit, then it just creates very unpleasant pressure as we go through the game. The last thing they will need is a tight game that has the feeling of being 8-all or 9-all. It'd be wonderful for Harimoto and Matsushima if they can be 7-4 up at some point and just have a little license to breathe. But that seems very unlikely. Think about that first game, 11-6. They were in so much control.
There it is again, 2 times short, and Sora Matsushima way too far. He's so far away from the table. Just look at it there in the shot. It takes him 2 or 3 steps just to get into the table.
Well, they just enjoyed that as spectators, didn't they? as everyone else did.
Yeah, we often see it. We know Wang Chuqin likes to step in with the backhand flick. Sora Matsushima trying to serve long, telegraphing a backhand flick, but Wang Chuqin waiting and ready.
This is utterly spectacular. What a reply to losing that opening game.
This is just something to sit back and enjoy, Ollie. We're seeing table tennis at the highest level.
Sometimes a player or a pair of players takes an opening game against a much higher ranked athlete, and you can feel the one or the pair that's higher ranked getting nervous. At other times, you can almost feel the higher ranked person staring back over the table and saying, "Did you enjoy that? Good, because it's the last one you'll get."
3-6.
That's right, and we said it, Ollie, we felt that the second game was crucial for the Japanese pair. They had some opportunities. They needed to get that gap. They allowed Sun and Wang back in, getting comfortable.
6-4.
When I say allowed, I'm not sure that's really a good phrase to use. They made sure they got back in and comfortable.
Yeah, Sun and Wang don't generally need permission, do they, to get back into a contest?
They certainly don't ask for it anyway.
That is very high quality. How they played that with such composure.
And look, both female players wrestling for control up close to the table. Both males stepping out, battling forehand to forehand, and Niwa Harimoto just finishing us off there with a really nice backhand switch.
Goodbye.
5-7.
I mean, that just exploded off Wang Chuqin's racket.
The facial reaction tells us all we need to know about what it's like to deal with that shot. Now it's 7-5. The reigning champions are only 4 points away from victory. And they remain thus.
6-7.
They have done extremely well here, the Japanese teenagers, to make this a competitive game, but once again it's going to be a very tough conclusion for somebody. It's going to be a pressure conclusion. We've only had one game where there's been a comfortable seeing out of it for either pair, and that was the first. Two more points.
9-6.
Pressure growing and growing and growing.
Despite it being 6-9, it's a long way back for this Japanese pair. We've seen the level they need to play at to win points.
Four match points reached. Semi-finals await. Oh, what a well-saved match point. 3 more to go.
That's twice we've seen Sora Matsushima go hard with the backhand. Often happens in these crucial situations. You know your match point down and you just relax into it. The pressure almost relieves itself and you just go.
This is an unexpected development. That's 3 match points saved.
We've seen it 3 times in a row now, Sora Matsushima starting with the backhand. I wouldn't be surprised to see a long service now from Wang Chuqin. If he's brave and if he's clever, which we know he is. Sorry, Sun Ying-sha's actually serving, so same again for her.
1 more match point. They get there eventually, but my word, they were made to work. There's no shame in that loss for Miwa Harimoto and Sora Matsushima. And a great display of just how it is that those 2 players secured 2 consecutive World Championship titles and secured a brace of gold medals at Paris 2024. 6-11, 11-9, 11-9, 11-9. Sun Ying-sha and Wang Chuqin beat Miwa Harimoto and Sora Matsushima, and they earn a place in the last 4 for Doha 2025.
What a great contest we saw between these 2 pairs. And if that's how this day is going to go with our kickoff match here, then I am here for it.
Phenomenal effort to keep the contest alive for as long as possible, saving 3 of the 4 match points. But they could be denied no longer, those 2. The quest for 3 in a row goes on. We are now gaining a little more clarity as to the semi-final lineup.